Today, we're going to go over some common beliefs that will kill your ability to play the piano. I started teaching people how to play the piano when I was in college, and I've been at it for a very long time. And while every single person's journey is unique, and there are things about you that make your experience one of a kind, there are also some commonly held beliefs that most adults encounter at some point or another in the learning process that can really put a damper on your ability to make progress at the piano or your ability to reach your goal of being able to play expressively and beautifully. So I'm going to take you through the 3 most common beliefs, and I'm going to give you some really concrete ideas on ways to combat these beliefs. So the first belief is something that isn't unique to piano, and this is a saying that you hear all the time, and I wish it would go away. I hate this saying so much. I don't think that it helps anyone, and in fact, I think it actually makes it a lot harder to learn. And the first belief is that practice makes perfect. Now, part of the reason that I hate this statement so much is because it's just not true. Practice does not make perfect. And when we hold perfection as the goal, you're setting yourself up for failure because perfection is unattainable. This is true in life, but this is also especially true in piano practice. When you are seeing professionals play in a concert and it seems like they're playing perfectly, I promise you that they have an entire list of things in their head that they are noticing that are not perfect about the way that they are playing or about that specific performance. Practice makes progress, and progress is what we are after. I want you to sit down at the piano, and after every single practice session, I want you to feel like you have made progress. And if that is the case, you can put a big, huge check in the success box. The second belief that will kill your ability to play piano is that it needs to be fast. This belief actually comes up in several different ways with piano players. So the first way that I see it come up is that people think that their progress needs to be fast. Like if they sit down and practice for a couple of hours, they want to be able to play the entire song. Or if you've been working on a very complex piece for 1 month, you want to be done with it. And that is not generally the way that piano playing works. Things take time. And it's not about being able to do something quickly or reach a goal quickly. It's actually about really, really small amounts of effort put in consistently over time. And that is the recipe for success. Another really common way that the issue with speed comes up is that people want to be able to play the pieces at a fast tempo. So when you open up a piece of music, you're super excited to learn it. Chances are you take a glance at that tempo marking or the metronome marking, or you even have an idea of what the song sounds like in your head, and you want to get it to that point where you are playing it as fast as the recording or where you are playing it up to tempo. And the problem with this is, again, when we hold speed as the goal, we end up inadvertently doing a bunch of things in our daily practice routine that will not get us to the point where we can play it fluidly up to tempo. And so instead of holding speed as the goal, I want you to focus on being consistent and being accurate in your piano practice. And when you do this, speed is always the natural byproduct. Because really, when you're able to play a piece up to tempo, it's the culmination of many hours and many repetitions of the same thing over and over and over again. The third belief that will kill your ability to play piano is that you cannot do X, Y, or Z. And you can insert anything into that sentence that works for you or that rings true for you. Generally, when I talk about people believing that they can't do something, instantly people are like, no, that's not me. That doesn't resonate. I'm not that kind of person. I believe that I can do it. But I'm going to tell you some sneaky ways that this kind of comes up in your piano practice. So when you're practicing and you're repeating something over and over and over again, and you're starting to get frustrated because you're not playing it accurately, and maybe you're playing the same mistakes over and over again, and you're kind of making noises like, oh, come on, I can do this. What? Come on. And oftentimes that is when the belief sneaks in that you can't do it. And I want you to be really aware of this in your piano practice, because whether you know it or not, if you are telling yourself that you can't do something, you won't. It's as simple as that. It's not complicated. There's no hidden secrets here. It's just that whatever you tell yourself is what is going to happen. So when you are practicing the piano, if you are telling yourself that you suck and that you can't do it, why can't you do it? Why aren't you better? Why, that whole list of ways that we beat ourselves up, you're going to not only have a terrible experience, you're not going to be able to reach your goals. I talk a lot about the difference between growth mindset and fixed mindset. And having a growth mindset means that you know that you possess an ability to achieve your goals. It's just about learning the correct information or getting access to the right strategies that are going to help you get there. So don't get caught in a fixed mindset of thinking that you inherently can't do something because you're too old, or because it's too late for you to start, or because you don't have the same abilities as everyone else. None of that is going to be helpful. You have to be your own cheerleader, and you have to tell yourself that you can do it. I like to actually have the people that I work with write out a list of reasons that they can achieve their goals and keep it on the piano, so that when you're frustrated during your practice sessions, or when you inevitably encounter some roadblocks, you have an entire list of affirmations that you can look at that remind you that you are able to do it. You just need more information. I did an entire hour-long live stream about growth mindset. And if this last one rings true for you, then I would definitely recommend that you check that out, because I dive a lot deeper into the topic and give some more specific strategies on how to stay in a growth mindset. Now, if you are not already in my free Facebook community, go over there right now. This community is so incredible, and people post really helpful questions. I post a lot of content that isn't here on YouTube, and we get together pretty regularly for awesome discussions and practice challenges and things that are going to continue to help you learn to practice smarter, not harder. At the time of recording this video, I have a live event that's totally free that's coming up, and it's going to be hosted in that Facebook group. So you can go ahead and join that with the link on the end screen, and you can also check out that growth mindset live stream right here.